Here's how to draw a face in just a few easy steps. First step, you need to draw the shape of the head. So it depends on who you're drawing, but most people have kind of an egg-shaped head, like an upside-down egg. Remember, the biggest thing you can do to help yourself out is draw light till you get it right. So once you have, and what I mean by that is if you're drawing and you press hard, it's really hard to erase it if you make a mistake. So just make really light, soft marks on your paper so that you can erase them later when you need to. So after you have your egg shape, you need to divide it in half from the top to the bottom and from side to side. So about halfway, I like to use my fingers first and then kind of draw my light lines. Draw light till you get it right. So one half, and then halfway between, and this line is where the eyes will go. So halfway between where the eyes are and the chin, you'll find the nose. We'll make a line right there for where the nose goes. And halfway between the chin and the nose line, you find the mouth. And halfway between the eyes line and the top of the head line, you'll find the line where the hair begins growing. So this part will be the forehead up here. So let's go ahead and look at the eyes first. There's a space in between the two eyes that's about the same width as the eye itself. So I'm going to imagine one eye right here, draw a light till I get it right, and one eye over here, and then that should be about the same in between. And put a bottom on the eye. And the good shape for eyes is kind of football shaped, depending on who you are drawing. And don't worry if it doesn't look perfect. You can always adjust it. Like I feel like that was a little too wide over there, so I've moved it over just a little bit. And that's fine. Now the nose, it's almost like a cloud. So there's kind of like a big circle in the middle. And don't worry, it looks silly right now, but it will look fine in the end, as long as we draw light so we can erase if we make mistakes. And then clouds have those little parts that come off the sides like that. If you want, you can also add a little bit of a line coming down there. You don't have to, but there's kind of part of the nose. And then for the lips, it's really easy to think about it like a jelly bean. Here's the jelly bean down here. And then two shapes kind of like that, like a sphere. And it looks silly right now, but we'll go ahead and kind of trace around it. And you might want a little bit of a line right there where the chin is, kind of. And now what you do is you start darkening up the parts that you want to keep. So, like for the nose, I want to keep that. And I might get rid of a little bit of this. Maybe not all of it, but a little bit of it. And the lips, same thing. I'm going to darken up that, and this, maybe that, and get rid of a little bit of that in there. And I can erase it because I didn't press too hard. The eyes, I'm going to add to them. So it's like a circle that's sitting on the bottom line of the eye, the bottom eyelid. And it's hidden, the top of the circle is hidden above the upper eyelid. So you don't see the whole circle. That's one of the secrets to making really nice eyes. You don't see the whole circle. Sitting on the lower eyelid and hidden behind the upper eyelid. And just darken up the parts that you like. Remember to leave a highlight, so maybe make a circle like that, and that circle gets left white, totally white. And you can make another circle in the center, small circle, and that's going to be the pupil. And that one gets colored in black. Everybody has black pupils in their eyes. And the iris is the part that gives different people different eye colors. And it's kind of interesting to learn that people who have lighter colored eyes, they have to stay out of or they can't have sun in their eyes as much because it kind of hurts their eyes. And then there's the upper eyelid. Maybe a couple eyelashes. Not too many. It starts to look silly if you make tons of them everywhere. And then the eyebrows. Don't forget the eyebrows. Now, ears. Let's talk about ears. The ears are straight out from the line that the nose sits on and the line that goes through the eyes. And they don't stick straight out of your head. They're actually kind of tucked along the side of your head. Most people, they don't stick straight out. Some people they might though, and that's okay. And the neck is actually almost as wide as your head, so don't be skimpy with the neck. It needs to look wide enough that it could hold that head up and not have you waving around like a bobblehead. Nobody wants that. And the hair. If you are a boy, I'm going to draw it like a boy's hair often is on this side. A lot of times it comes down and then ends about halfway in front of the ear here. You have a little bit of hair that comes down in front of your ear usually, the sideburns, and you want to make sure that you actually draw that, otherwise it looks kind of goofy. And on a girl, you might want to make it, if you have long hair, sometimes it's nice to have a piece that comes down in front. And everybody's hair, it doesn't just come out the top of the head. Sometimes I see people draw that and it ends up looking kind of silly. It comes out all this. So it's like in between the eyes and the top of the head, that line halfway, that's all going to be hair. So don't forget to make it hair. You can, add the part there wherever the person's hair falls, and you can draw their hair. I'll give this guy, since it's going to be a boy on this half, he's got some interesting hair. Why not? And you can experiment with how to draw different people's hair. Have fun with it. So, that's one way to draw a face.